The new Dark Aether is out with Season 2 Reloaded, and I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how to do the new Tombstone duplication glitch through the Dark Aether as a solo player or as a team. I'm also going to be showing you guys how to duplicate your Elder Sigils so you can grind this out. Make sure you subscribe and like the video if it was helpful. Let's get into it. Now with this new Dark Aether glitch, you are going to be able to extract all of the schematics that you want from the Dark Aether. There's a ton of rare items and rare loot in general that you can get from the Dark Aether. It's important to keep in mind a couple of things though. Number one, there's a bit of high requirements for this. You need to complete the latest Easter egg, which I will put out a video on soon. Make sure first of all that you destroy your existing Tombstone. This is very, very important because what you're going to do is you're going to create another one just like you do with the normal Tombstone duplication, except we're going to make a few modifications to it. Also, this will be a little bit difficult for some of you to do, so I highly suggest that you practice. We will go over it in a minute. I will have raw footage for you guys so that you can actually physically watch me do this glitch. It will be as little modified as possible so that you guys can actually rewatch it and learn what the timing is. So let's get into it. So first of all, you're going to need an upgraded Scorcher. So you don't have to get it to level 3. I did this with a Pack-a-Punch level 1 Scorcher. Let's get that upgraded and let's make our way over to the portal. Now there's a required setup and there's also a recommended setup. I'm going to go over both of those with you now. Number one, the requirements for this glitch are pretty obvious. You're going to need an upgraded Scorcher, like I said, as well as an Elder Sigil and whatever items that you want to bring through the Dark Aether. What's going to happen is you're going to duplicate those items so that you can both use them in the Dark Aether as well as have them when you're back in game. But make sure that you have 2 Scorcher cases if you want to keep a Scorcher in your future Tombstone. The reason why I say this is obvious. It's because you have to actually use a Scorcher for this version of the Tombstone duplication glitch. For the recommended setup, I just highly suggest that you guys go decked out. So make sure that you have gold armor plates, a large vest, Pack-a-Punch level 3 weapons, things of that nature. Now the real difficulty for this glitch is going to come with timing. A lot of you are going to have difficulty with this if you had trouble with the solo Tombstone duplication glitch. However, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this and do it correctly. So you'll see here, I'm doing a dry run. I highly suggest that you do it because when you put in your Elder Sigil, if you do not accept the invite, then you will not use the Elder Sigil. So I actually ran all the way over here. I fired my Scorcher and tested it out. I was able to get to the portal around 8 seconds, which is plenty of time. Generally speaking, if you can get there with about 6 or 7 seconds left of you entering the portal, like you are literally being teleported at 6 or 7 seconds left on the vote counter, then you should be good. Alright, so let's go over the timing for this glitch. So you're going to see here I'm firing my Scorcher up in the air twice. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do the Superman glitch properly for this glitch because you're not going to do it the typical way. However, once you get used to it, it will be very easy and you can duplicate items into the Dark Aether. So you're going to see this is not my dry run. This is 100% legit. So this is the actual footage of me doing the glitch this morning. So let's watch here. I'm going to play this in slow-mo just to show you guys exactly how to do it. So let's replay that footage. And what's going to happen is you're going to fire the Scorcher up in the air twice, fully charged. You're just going to hold the button until it fires twice. Very easy there. Then once you get to the apex or the top, you're going to pull your parachute and immediately cut it. Lastly, you're going to hold forward and charge your Scorcher up to 80%. All you're doing here is reactivating the Superman motion. You see right here, when you're falling out of the sky, just like you do in Warzone, what you're going to do is just make sure that you trigger that again. Now, you don't need to do it anymore. You don't need to do it twice, 3 times. The distance between each portal, you only need to do it once. So you're going to see me do it here again. I'm going to fire fully twice, pull and cut, and then I'm going to hold forward while I fire up to 80%. Now 80% is relative, anywhere around there should be good. And what you're going to notice is you're going to fall very, very short, but you're going to fly directly into it. So you can see here, I do that, boom, I kind of mess up with the extra parachute there, and you are through the portal. Now you're going to notice here I get through at about 8 seconds, just like I was talking about before. And if you get there around that time, you get to this wall around that time during your dry runs, consider yourself good to go. Now for the portal, it's important to remember that it costs 1,000 essence. Now I highly suggest that you use code number 24 here. This will send you to the eastern side of the map. You can see it there. You can also use code number 19 though. A lot of people do use that one. That's the one that's by the beach or by the water. That's very, very easy to do. I highly suggest one or the other there. I don't suggest that you use number 7. That one takes a little bit longer. Number 24 can have a mercenary camp that shows up pretty much right on top of it. However, you show up on top of a water tower, you will see that in a second, and you can just float your way to the edge of the map. So going over this location, what you want to do for this one is you want to turn right immediately, jump off, and pull your parachute. Now, what this allows you to do is you save about a second or two by flying towards the edge. You're going to notice that the timer is almost out there on the left, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up my menu. Now on PC, you can accept at 1 second because you don't have to hold the button to vote yes. However, on Xbox or PS5, I suggest that as it's switching from 2 to 1 is when you're holding it. You're going to have slightly less time, so go ahead and accept. And what I suggest for timing this perfectly is when it hits 7 seconds, start sprinting into the edge. And what's going to happen is if you enter at exactly 6 seconds while the 6 is still up, you are highly likely to keep your weapons. Every single time that I've done this, I have kept all of my weapons, my ether blade, everything like that. So not only will you be able to extract with schematics, keep your tombstone, you'll also be able to keep all of your weapons. Now with this glitch, you don't have to close the game. No one needs to close the game regardless if you're doing it solo or with a team. But you're going to notice right here behind where you spawn at, there's actually an exfil location hidden off. So if you want to practice this glitch and just keep duplicating elder sigils, then you will be able to repeat this glitch over and over again for practice. I highly suggest that you do this if you have time on your hands, because what this will allow you to do is get the timing down, and then you can just start farming those schematics. So it's very, very easy to do. That is the location of it. And when you go to extract, any of your schematics will obviously count because you are using a typical extraction method, right? And otherwise your tombstone will be in the main map. So that's about it for the solo version. Let's go over how you would do it as a team. So the rules change depending on how many players actually want to do this glitch. So I'm going to re-roll this footage and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how you can do this as a team. But let me explain what I mean here. So if only one player on the team wants to actually do the tombstone duplication glitch through the dark ether, then they simply need to make sure that they step out at the 6-second mark whenever the portal is accepted. Just like you saw before, you can rewatch that film if you want to do that. But say that you have multiple players who want to do this glitch. What you're going to want to do there is have every single player queue up their yes vote. So for example, you'll see on the left here, it should say 1 vote needed. All right, so everyone should vote except for the actual player who is doing this portion of the glitch. So just make sure that you have 1 vote left, or however many votes that you can have minimum before it actually triggers the timer. 1 player is going to need to do this portion of the glitch. So you'll see here, this is my dry run, and I'll also show you guys the full run in a second. But 1 player is going to have to do this regardless. However, every single player does not have to do this. What they need to do is go ahead and teleport or get to the edge of the map and get ready to step out at 6 seconds. That's the portion of the glitch that they need to do. So literally only 1 player actually needs to do the flying glitch and everything like that, do the difficult part of this. The rest of the players can literally just sit on the edge of the map and step out at 6 seconds. And as long as each player who wants to actually do the tombstone glitch both has tombstone, is at the edge of the map, and steps out at 6 seconds, you are good to go. You don't have to close the game like I said before. All this glitch does is allows you to actually set a tombstone while going into the dark ether, keeping your weapons, allowing you to extract with those highly sought after new schematics and everything else. So if you guys appreciate this video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next time.